Y'all seeing this? Y'all seeing this crazy nonsense right here? We over here getting to make decisions? What's up with that? We finally get to make decisions around here? That's crazy. Right? Like, that's crazy. But here's the question. Are people going to actually make the right choice here? Because if I know the Helldivers community, man, they just love making the wrong damn choice. Like, I'm going to tell you straight up. They just out here to make all the worst choices you've ever heard of. They really do. They really do just be out here to make bad decisions. Worst choices you know what I'm saying? You've ever heard of. Like, kind of crazy. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens, you know? But, for now, we just gonna dive. I know what decision I'm making. Should be pretty obvious based on where I'm diving to, what my decision is here. So,
every system will soon exult in the glory of managed democracy.
Let's get moving on that. Yo, too easy. Too easy, too easy. So, I think what I'm going to be doing today is just SOS dropping. Jumping in, seeing how others are doing, and just kind of letting that thing happen, you know?
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
What do you mean? There we go. Having some technical difficulties over here. You can't see them. The stream doesn't get affected by it at all, but my display port's acting up right now. Hopefully that doesn't keep going.
Helldivers to Hellpods.
Hopefully that stops here in just a second. That would be really great. Yeah, so that's getting to be a little bit obnoxious. What's the deal here, bud? What's going on? Okay. I'm gonna reach back here and see if I can't sort this problem out. It might be time for a new HDMI cable. There we go. Let me return to ship real quick because I'm kind of just holding these boys up. Get this figured out real quick. I'm on another monitor, but it's not the monitor I want to be on. You know, in particular. Though I forgot how crisp that monitor can look. Let's see. Let's display. Is it? Hold on. We're just gonna tab it. We're gonna apply it. Don't put it where it goes. There we go. Go back in here. Somebody touched my field of view. Hey, hell. No wonder things been looking funky for a couple of days here. Nah. Ah. Come on now. What is this? What is this crap? I'm starting to get a little upset here. Ah. Okay. All right. So make sure everything's focused properly here. Okay. Back to dropping. That's fun. Hopefully I can remember to edit that out of my YouTube drop on this stream. Probably not, considering my rampant ADD. Okay. Gee, bus.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
Anybody who's been catching multiple of my streams will notice that I've gotten rid of the funny border around my screen area here.
Synchronized.
What I managed to do was actually improve my green screen setup here. So it is a significantly improved setup, all things considered. Where is the thing I am looking? There it is. There we go. So,
initiated.
yeah. It's a little bit brighter in here than I prefer my room to be, but I can definitely make some improvements on it further than it is right now. I do notice maybe just the tiniest little fraction of it right about here, but it kind of stops off where my thumb is right here. You can only see it once I start to make my hand disappear into it. It's see it still. But that'll be an easy fix, not too hard. I can definitely get rid of that. So the tank I just slaughtered.
Make the automatons pay
Nope.
for their wanton
Remnants.
Requesting orbital strike. Requesting fortification. Calling down a support weapon.
Whoa, 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 what do you mean? Alright.
Requesting backpack.
I love me a hot drop every now and then.
New mag.
Requesting orbital.
Bot outpost destroyed.
Okay, excellent. Slapped that dude in the head 4 times, and he didn't die, so I get tagged up by the heavy devastator. Who P4 for some reason did not see the need to execute. I'm a little confused, but
Calling down a support
you know,
weapon.
can't tell other people how to play video games, I suppose. You know, I can definitely judge their actions. And I promise you I will. Every time.
Sample acquired.
Oh man.
Orbital inbound.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Look. I got 1 mini nuke for sure though. Okay.
Dropping tech.
And I think the rest are just gonna infect.
Package acquired.
Be these two statics over here. Brother.
Dropping package. Package acquired. Dropping package. Package acquired.
Gotta tell the team what's dropping, you know, so they know what we got over here.
Objective completed.
Grab my grenade launcher.
Reinforcements on the way.
Work my way back to my
Tagging map. South. 100 meters.
supply pack over here, which looks like it's gonna get just swarmed up again. If I stem, I should be able to survive this.
Calling down fortifications.
But I want to make sure that's down first.
Automaton outpost scrapped. Calling down fortification. Dropping us in. Northwest. 200 meters.
Found something.
Freedom never sleeps!
Outpost destroyed. Freedom spread yet further. Extract when ready.
Helldivers never die! You mad?
I've actually been kind of enjoying this weapon. It's definitely not like my favorite thing, but it's different enough that I'm like just kind of here for it.
Calling down supplies! Calling in extraction!
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Sending in an eagle! Mag's empty! You mad? Get some! Get some! Calling in reinforcements!
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds. Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Mag's empty! Got a sample!
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Out of ammo! Ah! Tagging location. Box, north, 100 meters.
Automaton outpost scrapped. ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus warning. You are in range of enemy artillery. ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Oh, why, bro? Do people not read? It's not that hard.
You are in range of
It
enemy
is so
artillery.
easy to read in this game.
Objective critical
It's
strike
big,
now available.
it's bright,
Objective
it's a
critical
bunch of
strike
friggin'
now
letters
available.
strapped to a big tower of light.
Has landed.
Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Cinematic as fuck.
Hold position. Reloading. Tagging location. You mad? Marking location. Tagging location. Marking location, west, spots. Last reload! Sending in an eagle! Out of ammo! Dropship! Reloading! Mag's empty! maintain extraction points. Calling in orbital strike.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Victory was never in doubt.
Well, pretty quick extract there. Not really sure what the SOS was for. Maybe they just wanted extra people. GG indeed, Super Brother.
That was one for the record books, where all missions are logged for analysis.
Hell, David.
Yep. It's been a fun weapon for a moment, but I think I'm definitely gonna go ahead and swap up to something else. I think I'm gonna give maybe I do give the slugger a try. You know what? No. I'm gonna go ahead and take the scythe. It's a weird call for sure,
Mission coordinates logged.
but you know,
Hellpods
I'm
prime.
good enough with the weapon.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
I can just
Orbit synchronized.
to which I mean, I'm not like god tier with the weapon, but more that like I know what the weapon wants, I know what the weapon needs, you know, and so I can definitely make functional use out of it. You know, that's what I'm gonna do right there. I'm just gonna become the super lobber. I don't know what super broad is running there. That's some craziness with that man up in the head. That guy running motivational shocks into bots. That is some questionable life choices. That is doing nothing. Yet another wonderful example of players not knowing what stuff does in this game because the game gives you zero information. Literally none. It gives you a cursory, like, maybe it does this sort of description, and then that's it. It's gone. Ain't nothing else happening. Kinda crazy.
Go now, and fear the shadow
Oh
of neither
boy.
death nor tyranny, but justice is yours.
We are in a place.
Support weapon inbound. Request a tagging location, southeast. Support weapon inbound. Objective located, east.
Calling down fortification.
East, 100 meters.
100 meters. Marking location.
Cancel that.
Objective located. East. Never mind. Objective located. East.
Drop ships.
Reloading! Calling down fortifications!
Deploying fortification.
Requesting sentry. Mag's empty.
Requesting air support. Sending in an eagle. Outpost clear. Package acquired. Dropping package. Requesting fortification.
Mag's empty.
Objective located. Northeast. Never mind.
Tagging map. Southeast. 200 meters.
New man. Get some. Get.
Tagging location. Never mind. East. Requesting fortification. Bob. Northeast. 100 meters.
Engaging. I'll take it.
Heavy south. Close. Mag's empty.
Calling in reinforcements.
Drop ship. I got the terminal. Requesting fortification.
Tagging location. East.
Requesting air support.
Tagging location. East.
Out of ammo.
Sending in an eagle.
Southwest. All my positions. Mag's empty.
Requesting air support.
Mag's empty. New mag. Drop ships! Let's reload! Calling in reinforcements!
Okay, this is getting really old. Are these guys gonna kill anything over there, or are they just gonna keep being problems for me?
Out of ammo! Calling. Reinforcing.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Joining the fray.
Calling down fortifications.
Dropping package.
Woo!
Tech pack inbound. Marking location. I got the terminal. Drop ships north. Requesting order.
Automaton facility destroyed.
Mag's empty. Reloading.
We've been getting called in on from that detector tower for this whole time.
Automaton facility destroyed. Mission progress logged. Sending in an eagle! Spot outpost!
Dropping a pin. East 100 meters. Requesting sentry.
Requesting air support! Deploying sentry. Outpost clear.
Not today.
Sorry about that one there, P4. I kind of had to fire away a little bit to clear the crew.
Found something.
Sending in an eagle!
Rare sample collected.
one step closer to mission completion.
Oof.
Mission map updated.
Tagging map. Southeast. 100 meters.
Objective complete.
Sending in an eagle. Drop ship. Tagging location. Bump. Cancel that. Requesting fortifications.
Dropping a pin. South, 100 meters. Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery. Liberty, save me!
Calling down a sentry.
Boss fabricator. South, close. Thank you. Affirmative. Hellbomb armed. Clear the area. Tagging location. Hellbomb. Southwest. Affirmative. Thank you.
Requesting fortification.
Boat outpost spotted. Reinforcing. Tagging location. Northwest. I'm sorry.
Reporting to the front.
I have no idea how that guy even killed me. I want to say purifier explosion radius, but I thought I was pretty clear of it, and I didn't think my health was low enough that I'd just fall over dead for that.
Outpost destroyed. Sending in an eagle.
I keep forgetting I have secondary weapons. I just never use them.
Say hello to democracy.
It's like just a tool belt slot for me.
Engaging. I'll take it.
Outpost cleared.
Affirmative. Tagging map. Requesting air support. Bots, north. Requesting tag.
Requesting orbital.
Mag's empty.
That'll do it.
Affirmative. Reloading. Request.
Sending down
Box.
sentry.
West. Calling down fortification.
Marking location, southwest. Thank you. Objective location, southwest. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Take that.
Last reload!
Sending in an eagle.
I don't need the samples, and I know these two probably don't need the samples, but I don't know. It just feels weird to not collect them.
Rare sample acquired.
My brain sees the sample button, and I must consume the samples. I don't really have much to say on my gameplay right now, either. I'm kind of just doing generic grenade launcher things. I'm not doing anything that's, like, particularly special or impressive or intriguing in any way. Very clearly quite close to me then if they're shooting these things down.
Requesting.
Put that over there.
Sending down fortification.
Calling down a sentry.
Sending down sentry.
Drop ship.
You've been a stolen line of freedom. Extract when ready.
Mag's empty. Have a taste of democracy. Out of ammo. How'd you like the taste of freedom? Mag's empty.
Proceed to extraction when ready. Requesting air support.
Achoo. There we go. I was sitting on that for a minute.
Dropping a pin.
Ugh.
Far.
Sending in an eagle. Package acquired. Dropping package.
Damn, these two really did
Package acquired.
knock out like 80% of the objectives. They were nowhere near what I thought they were doing. Which is kind of crazy because generally those two are point A and point B for what do we take out first?
Package acquired.
Drop ships.
Dropping package. Tagging location, southwest.
Ah, okay. Those are engines from the fallen dropship, I see.
Marking location, southwest. Dropping a pin, southwest, 50 meters. Tagging location. Fly.
I'm on it. Calling down fortifications.
Passing orbital.
Rare sample acquired. Requesting air support. For prosperity. You will never destroy our way of life.
Orbital inbound.
Oh,
Dropping package. Calling in reinforcements.
Reloading. Democracy.
just immediate perfect accuracy.
Calling in reinforcements.
Dropship.
Inbound. Calling down a support weapon.
Reloading. How'd you like the taste of freedom? Mag's empty. Reloading. Injury? What injury?
Calling down fortifications.
extraction shuttle inbound.
Requesting fortifications! Requesting tac pack! Requesting advanced weaponry! Last reload!
Dropship!
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Got equipment. Marking location, northwest.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Package acquired!
Last reload!
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Dropping package!
Calling down
ETA T-minus 20
fortifications!
seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Oh,
Freedom never sleeps!
hung up on the tiniest little bit of geometry is a bit ridiculous, yeah?
Pelican 1, landing in progress.
Say hello to democracy!
Requesting air support! Marking extraction point.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds.
My life for Super Earth!
Launch countdown complete. We have to leave now. Extraction complete.
Ooh.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Tight.
Victory was never in doubt.
It'll always wait for me.
That was one for the record books, where all missions are logged for analysis.
The hour of our next victory rapidly.
Yeah.
Let us cleanse the galaxy of alien scum.
Always good to have another hero on board.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
good drip. It's good drip right there. This I'm not getting as much use out of as I would like. Ah, okay. It looks like we're taking the bombardment approach too, which is perfectly fine by me.
Helipod launch initiated.
Calling down a support weapon! Requesting fortification! Orbital inbound!
Orbital inbound!
South.
An unmarked shredder tank.
Ready to liberate! Requesting...
Calling in reinforcements. Reinforcing. Requesting orbital. Calling down fortification.
Joining the fray.
Oh my god. Okay.
Reinforcing! Calling in reinforcements. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Ready to liberate.
Okay. Like, what the hell?
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
fortifications.
Orbital inbound.
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Orbital inbound.
You've done your best. You may extract with honor.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Marking location.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
Throwing supply beacon.
Really?
Deploying equipment package.
That's just not how physics works.
I'm bleeding out!
Reinforcing.
Marking extraction point to the southwest.
I'm out.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
What?
Marking extraction point. Southeast.
Joining the fray. Last reload.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Requesting orbital.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Ay, ay, ay.
Liberty has seen you through.
Blasted all over the place there. Just kind of thrown about. Standard bot drop behavior, you know. Get chucked around until you eventually either die or shoot for another respawn. Yeah, the 380 did, didn't it? He is sure right.
Helldiver, glad to have you on board.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized. initiated.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Take back our land. Dismantle its occupiers.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Pack inbound! Engaging terminal. Hellbomb arm! Clear the area!
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Elbow, north.
Hellbomb arm! Clear the area!
It's gonna be a photo finish. Woo!
Pops, northwest.
Making progress.
3?
Warning, you are in range.
3 hell bombs. Let's do it.
Requesting orbital.
Objective completed.
Dropships!
Thank you, Railgun Randy. He just does it, huh?
Calling down a sentry! Requesting fortifications!
Calling in reinforcements. Requesting fortifications.
Mag's empty!
Sending in an eagle! Reinforcing!
One step closer to mission completion.
Reporting to the front!
Gee willikers. I think, and I could be crazy here, because technically I'm supposed to be able to survive more damage from explosions with this armor, but they seem to be hitting just as hard. So I'm wondering if the Marshmallow Man armor is a bug.
Take us low to democracy!
Dropship! Requesting fortifications!
Dropships, north. Calling down fortifications! Requesting sentry. Heavy, wet, on my position.
Reinforcing!
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Out of ammo!
Requesting air support!
Bots, east.
Falling in a hellbomb!
Reloading!
Hellbomb armed! Clear the area!
Objective located. Northwest. 100 meters. Last reload!
Mission progress logged.
Reloading!
Calling down fortifications!
Automaton outpost scrapped.
The more I run this grenade launcher against the bots, the more I just vibe with it, you know? Like, it's definitely not the best. Like, I still think HMG is better. Like, in so many ways. And to some degree, depending on what your use case is, like either laser cannon or quasar or recoilless or better as well. But for what I'm doing, just kind of being helpful basically and kind of chaff clearing out, this just is so good. Because I don't really have to struggle very much on the aim front of things. I kind of just start blasting
Requesting tack back.
and things start dying.
Freedom requires firepower.
And what more do you really want out of a support weapon, right? Like,
Dropping a pin. East. 300 meters.
keeping it a buck. What else can I really ask for, right?
Sending in an eagle!
Calling.
Sending down sentry.
Calling in a hellbomb. Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
Last reload. Mag's empty.
Requesting orbital.
Mag's empty.
I reloaded that weapon like a full 6 seconds ago, and bro just decided to stop.
Calling in.
Boy, I'm glad I didn't call in anything. These guys just play only run divers, and it's kind of irking me.
Ready to liberate. Requesting tac pack.
Very counterintuitive.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Tagging map. Northwest. On my position.
Calling down fortifications.
Really? Really? Really?
Say hello to
Spot
democracy.
outpost. Requesting air support.
Throwing supply beacon. Reinforcing. Calling down fortification.
Sending in an eagle.
Joining the fray. Requesting sentry.
Objective critical stratagem. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Requesting air
Okay. What the hell is going on here?
reinforcements.
I just want to get my shit. I just want to stop being called in 80 miles from my gear, please.
Reporting to the front.
Oh my god, Ragdoll is the worst.
Got a sample. Tagging map. Northeast. Far.
Bar. I fucking hate run divers, man. I am just absolutely against the way that everyone plays this game. Everyone just runs from every fight. Take the fight, dig in, and kick their ass. We're the friggin' Helldivers, for God's sakes.
Requesting fortifications.
Deploying fortification.
Ship.
Guy has no idea. Guy has no idea. I drew aggro from the entire enemy set because I knew that if they rushed him down, he was completely screwed because he's in light armor and all he can do is run away from that enemy stack. Dang, what
Sending in an eagle.
kind of weapon bro has, huh?
Calling down fortification! Calling down a sentry!
Requesting air support. Sending in an eagle.
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available. Objective critical stratagem available.
Heavy! On my... Requesting fortification!
No longer available.
Backpack inbound! Calling down a support weapon! Calling down supply!
Requesting air support.
Allied destroyer has left the squadron.
Liberty emerges victorious yet again. Extract when ready.
Speed 100 meters.
Requesting... Reloading!
Sentry.
Pops, southwest. Mag's empty!
Extraction is available.
Calling down fortifications!
Hell divers never die.
Tagging location.
What is wrong with bro? Why can he not read?
Sample collect.
Reloading.
Mag's empty! Calling down a sentry! Requesting fortifications! Last reload!
Requesting shot back. Calling down a support weapon.
My arm! Freedom never sleeps!
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. Outpost destroyed. Extraction is available.
Dropship! Mag's empty! Reloading! Calling down fortification! Mag's empty! Last reload! Helldivers never die!
Calling down fortifications. Calling in extraction.
Oof.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound. You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Yeah, this honestly, this might be my new favorite bot loadout, to be completely honest. It really does honestly have an answer for everything. And that's kind of unusual that you have loadouts that do actually have answers for everything.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Mag's empty!
Because if I take Senator, then I have an answer for the dropship, or for the airships. And I'm kind of just cheesing with EMS right now. I don't really need EMS. EMS can be swapped out with a number of things. Honestly, like, probably the best would be Rocket Sentry.
seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Requesting fortification.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone.
Calling in reinforcements.
I hate their playstyle so much.
Requesting air support.
Joining the fray. Requesting fortification.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Woo! Pelican went for the spree right there.
Victory was never in doubt.
Wow.
Now that is what I call a profitable use of resources. Welcome aboard, Helldiver. We can never have too many heroes fighting for peace.
The gloom. What's going on in there?
Yes.
Welcome aboard, Helldiver. The Super Destroyer is yours.
Yeah, so Ultimatum being in here, not the worst thing in the world. I think the only thing I struggle with there is the airships, like the gunships there. And I think I solved that in one of two ways. I think what I need to start doing is either bringing the rocket sentry, because the rocket sentry's pretty good at picking off the heavier targets that are giving me just a little bit of trouble. So that being the Hulks and the gunships there. Or, and this is kind of a, do I really want to put myself in this situation thing, which is a yes and no. I think I just run the HMG emplacement, because the HMG emplacement is really, really good into bots. And I think if I'm running the area bubble, like the defense bubble, I'm running the HMG, you know, if I get even the tiniest bit of prep time, I'm Batman, is kind of how I feel with this build. I don't love that I'm taking the ultimatum here. I kind of would prefer to do something different, but I keep forgetting about my other weapon. So I'm kind of using thermites to take out hulks and things of that sort. I'm thinking if I can just straighten the fuck up and use the Senator, we're good. And I can swap thermites off for maybe something else. I'm really liking the idea of dynamite into the bots. A lot of people don't like it for some pretty solid reasons. But I think considering this loadout, I think it's pretty solid. Otherwise I think I'm taking Seekers. Because then I can just mark the airships and then throw these at them. And that's kind of my biggest weakness right now, is the airships. So if I have Senator for hulks, I'm taking obviously this for lighter enemies and enemies that are out in the distance and, you know, things I don't necessarily want to throw grenades at. Then I'm good. And then if I ever get airshipped, I can just throw Seekers at them. And I think that that's maybe the way to go. Now, I know it's 2 Seekers per airship unless it, for some reason, decides to track to their tail. But, you know, I think that's pretty good. And as here for it as I am to continue with the fortified passive here for the explosion resistance, I'm just not getting anything more out of that than I feel like I am out of this. And, like, I can do a quick compare to any of the other armor sets. And if you look, the armor rating goes up, the speed does not go down. So they did decide to do that with the fortified commando, because originally it had the slowest speed in the entire game, but I guess they figured unifying it was a little bit better, because it's technically just a heavy armor with extra padding, and so if they're gonna take speed off for the extra padding perk, then they also have to do it, like, they have to do it up here for all of these armor sets that are in the medium class that are extra padding. And then they absolutely have to do it for one of everybody's favorite armor sets, which is this one, the B08 Light Gunner. This armor set is maybe the only light armor set you will ever catch me in. That's it, period. Just this one, because it has a 100 armor rating. Like, that is a huge difference that people don't understand between, like, these 64, 50, even the 70 level ones, like this Infiltrator, that's a 70. That 100 is a humongous difference in incoming damage taken. Humongous difference. It's just... yeah. I don't want to go on another rant about this, but I just might. This armor set nonsense needs to stop. There are some crap armor sets in this game that have no business with the passives that they have. Like, just in terms of appearance, they have no business with the passives that they have. And then some of these armor sets just need actual passives. Like, I don't understand what's so hard about this. If we slow down, take a look, and walk through our passives, right? So I'm just going to stick to heavy armor as a strong heavy armor user. It's what I know. It's what I love. It's what I drop with on a daily, literally daily basis. When the War Bond for Polar Patriots came out, everybody was super excited to see. We got some leaks on this armor. We had some ideas what we were gonna get out of the Kodiak. Like if here, I'll just put the full Kodiak set on real quick. And then the cape was something like, where is it? Something like this, I think it is what it was. I think it was that one. Yeah. I'm 100% certain it was this one. So, anyway, the Kodiak armor set, you know, hold on. There's a way to do an inspection. I know there is. Well, anyway. Okay. So if you look at the feet on this thing, it's got these clawed feet for like running in snow or muddy terrain and everything, so that you can really dig in and pull through and push against rough terrain and everything. So we saw that. We saw these armor sets. We saw how thick they were and everything. We knew they were coming with the Polar Patriots war bond. And at the time, we had been fighting on several ice planets. Like Estanu was really, really popular. What was it Vernon Wells? Is that the...
Alcubierre drive calibration complete.
Was it Vernon Wells?
The struggle for managed democracy continues. We have no time to waste.
It was one of these. I think it was Marfark. Yeah. Marfark was constantly in the rotation for where the frick we were stuck. Yeah. So we were at Marfark and Estanu, like, all the time. And Estanu is, like, the snow planet on the bug front that is always stuck in part of the major orders. Always, always, always stuck in part of the major orders. So, people were like, wow, wouldn't it be so cool if this armor set right here, this really kind of dope-ass looking armor set that people are like, wow, that's a pretty cool looking armor set. And they're not wrong. It's a pretty cool looking armor set. Like, this guy looks like a fucking Chad. Like, look at Chad here. Chad's a boss. And so we wanted like a terrain traversal passive. We wondered if we were going to get something along the lines of like some environmental protection sort of passive, where it was like defense against exposure and other like environmental hazards and effects. And it was super, super hype. And then Polar Patriots dropped, and it was like easily one of the most disappointing war bonds. It was like right before Nerf divers really, really hit hard. And so most of the weapons in it were just dog shit bad. The armor sets, as you can see, offer nothing. This armor set gives you Fortified, which is like a fine passive, but we don't need more Fortified. And we definitely don't need more heavy Fortified. Like, I think at this point, we have 5? Let's see. This one is fortified. This one's fortified. This one's fortified. This one's fortified. And this one is fortified. So, yes. So, tons of fortified. This is the other one that a lot of people were looking forward to, because it does the same thing as the, as this one does. You know, it's got the boots with the claws in it and everything like that. I think this is actually the one we were all looking for, was the Winter Warrior. Because it's kind of stormtroopery, you know, a lot of people were looking to do it because, you know, not everybody mods the game, so not everybody's going to go in and change their character outfit to be a stormtrooper. So this is about as close as a lot of people were going to get. And then it's dropping with servo-assisted? Why? Why servo-assisted on an armor like this? Like, it's Winter Warrior. If you're gonna do servo-assisted with this, do like the opposite, right? So this is limb health and throwing range. Call it motorized mobility or something like that, right? And then just make it like 50% faster when traveling through harsh terrain or difficult terrain or whatever they want to call it, and then increase limb health. And that's it. And that's all they have to do. To be honest, the first passive is plenty enough. It allows people a pretty wide open thing to do. It's not competing with some of the best passives, but if somebody wants that, that's a nice thing to have. That might be slightly better off for them than running stamina in some cases. Or like with that, you can even make it modify stamina, right? Like 15% more stamina, 50% faster when traveling over rough terrain. Like, what's wrong with that? That's a totally acceptably strong passive. And if it's only found on heavy armor because it's literally like, if it's a motorized thing, I'm not expecting somebody in medium or light armor to have a bunch of servos and solenoids and joints and hydraulics and pneumatics lugged around on their body. They want to be fast. Super fast. But not heavy. But doing that for this armor, that's such a great idea. It really is such a great idea. And I don't know why they decided to just half-bake this stuff and put it out and not really care. Because it's a lot of that. It seems like, let's half-bake something, put it out, and not really care. And on the other note, like the other side of things, we have armor sets that are band-aids for overall game design problems. And so it forces the player to decide if they want to have fun or not. And you never want to pigeonhole the player base into whether or not they want to have fun, because the answer is yes. They always want to have fun. And if everything that you provide them is like split options for what could be fun, then what you're going to run into is a player base that says, that's fine, I'll go find my fun somewhere else where I don't have to give up parts of my fun. And that's things like, apologies, that's things like this. Siege ready. The community has been asking and asking and asking, and the player base has been asking and asking and asking for assault rifles to just have more ammo. Everyone's saying assault rifles would feel better if we gave them another 2 to 3 magazines. And then just gave them slightly better ergonomics. I disagree. I don't think that's the solution to assault rifles, but that's not the topic right now. They dropped Siege Ready because that solves these problems. People did not want to always have to run around supply pack and have assault rifles. Why is this the solution? You know? Like, who read that feedback and thought to themselves, well, our best bet is to just monetize that feedback by attaching it to new armor sets. And, if that's what somebody said, because I would not be surprised if that's what somebody said, is, hey, the players really want this. Let's not ever miss a chance to charge them for something they want. You know, as is a live service game, as is what some scummy people do. Here it is. I mean, this is locked behind a war bond. You don't get this unless it comes around. I think this is the only one that you can actually get. I think it's this one. This is the one you get out of the Superstore. But it's the only one you get out of the Superstore. And, that's kind of shitty. Like, you know, this passive would be fine on a medium armor. It's not on a medium armor. Why did we need to put this on armor at all, though? Why is this just not a booster or something? Right? Like, this could be a booster, and that would be fine. But just also give us the buff we've been asking for assault rifles. And SMGs and everything else that's friggin' magazine reloaded up in this game. Engineering Kit is one of the few I don't actually have a problem with. Like, this is a rock-solid passive. I don't really see it needing too many improvements. I I actually would have preferred, instead of the recoil reduction, to have throw distance on here, but whatever. If I'm gonna be super 100, this should be the one that you have to run with ultimatum in order to get the extra ammo on ultimatum. It should not be siege ready. Engineering kit should increase your capacity for explosives. Not throwables. Explosives specifically. Okay? So, all of them. Ultimatum, grenade pistol rounds, grenade launcher, support weapon rounds, the obviously not backpack explosives, right? Because that just doesn't make sense, because that's not part of the armor. But being able to carry more grenades, being able to carry more grenade launcher rounds, being able to carry more grenade pistol rounds, being able to carry more ultimatum pistol rounds. What else? What else is considered explosive in here? Yeah, that's basically the main stuff. That makes total sense. That's very engineer. That's very, very engineer. And they could have easily done that with it. Like, realistically, passive overall need just a severe overhauling, and we need a how to put this, a ship-based perk system that is super not complicated, that can be changed in the equipment screen when you go to drop. I might stream snipe Maplewood.
Greetings, Helldiver. The galactic war awaits.
So, like, just for instance, and I'm just gonna throwing a mission up here.
The Marfark system.
So, the equipment screen,
FTL
like,
jump successful.
this is the pre-drop loadout screen,
Mission
and it's
coordinates lost.
in okay shape. Like, it's doing all right,
Hellpods prime.
but it's kind of missing some things, and I think it really would not be that hard to fix. So this screen is good. The stratagem screen here is really good. But there's more space on here that could be used, right? Alternatively, this is the equipment screen. I think it's also in a pretty good shape. Having all this on here is perfectly fine. But on this screen, instead of just having boosters, right? Because boosters are fine the way that they are. We should open this up, and we should have a choice of 3. Okay? And boosters should not affect your entire team anymore. You should just get to select 3 things. Most of these things need to be like a voted on modifier or something like that. But just give us a choice of 3, and then I can select what I want specifically for me. Okay? And then things like flexible reinforcement budget, increased reinforcement budget, expert extraction pilot, localized confusion, UAV recon booster, yeah, those ones can all shoo. They can go into a different system for, like, your unified booster. And so it'll be like how to do this without just putting it on Microsoft Paint. In the middle is your unified booster, and that can be one of those options that should affect the overall group. And then the other 3 can be in a little triangle around it. And it can be, what do you want specifically for you? And there's no problem with firebomb hellpods being one of them, because that kind of reduces the issue of firebomb hellpods. With armed resupply pods, nothing wrong with that. That lets you, like, kind of build even further into an engineering kit sort of thing. That's perfectly acceptable. Like, that's fine. Dead sprint, if you want to be the crazy person, the absolute mad lad who's running stamina enhancement, muscle enhancement, and dead sprint, and that's your build, you are just, I am raw mobility, that's a great idea. But keeping these things as like, hey, we have to think about everybody at all times is not the way to do this. Because we should be able to select our boosters in the same way that we select our stratagems. I select stratagems. I give myself 2 stratagems that are just for me. 100% just for me. And that is generally going to be, my backpack is generally going to be just for me. And then I'm selecting a stratagem that's going to, like, work around the rest of my kit. If you look, and I'll just put up my loadout that I've been doing. Here. This and this. Okay. This stratagem is mine. Okay? I want all of my supply pack. That is my stratagem. Okay? That is the one that I have selected to use, and that is all about me. The grenade launcher is mostly for me. I'm kind of picking it as a support weapon to support others. If it were for me, and I only cared about myself on this, it would be the heavy machine gun. Because the heavy machine gun is effectively a primary, and if you have support pack, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many bots they throw at you, as long as you're accurate, you're literally 2 to 3 shotting almost every single bot on the enemy front. And if you're really, really good with this thing, enemies can't even run at you. Like, really crazy good. In medium armor with this weapon, you can get a lot of freaking work done. But see, yeah, I'm already kind of giving up on these drops by selecting a support weapon that works for my team as a chaff clear. Because I know when I drop into bots, everybody's always bringing raw anti-tank. And that's because it's level 10, and the game throws a lot of armor at you. Then I've been running EMS Mortar Sentry. If you think that's for me, if you think for a second that I'm running EMS Mortar Sentry because I might need a little bit of help slowing down enemy hordes, you're fucking crazy. You're actually out of your mind. You have no idea how to fucking theory craft the loadout in this game. The Mortar Sentry is here because I have allies who almost always are wearing light armor who might like it if they're not getting rushed down by sawmen all the time. I can solve the sawmen myself. I don't worry about that too much. And then lastly, the shield generator relay. I am wearing heavy armor all the time. That is all I use. I am running Vitality Booster 100% of the time if someone else has not already selected it. If someone has selected Vitality Booster, I am running Experimental Infusion. That's because between Vitality Booster and Experimental Infusion, I effectively have an additional 30 to 40% HP, depending on how the math actually calculates. I'm not 100% certain. I get extra movement speed, and I'm healed at full health the entire freaking time. I have a supply backpack as well. So I have, in that backpack, I have 8 stems. I have the 4 that I should be dropping with, because somebody should be taking hell space. But that's fine if it's only 2. So that puts me at between 10 and 12 stems. And heavy armor. Into bots. I'm not that worried. I'll die occasionally. It's not a big deal. But if it's chip damage, I will not. And so what this does is this allows me to play like a raw dog psychopath, where I run in, get shot to hell, I'm distracting the enemy, I'm a frontline problem child who's just kind of slapping grenade shells all over the place so that every little enemy is getting struck by him. And the only things that I ever have to concern myself with are gunships, striders, tanks, and kind of hulks. And only kind of hulks. So, since my entire team is almost always running anti-tank, I really should not have to worry about those enemies. If everything else is dead, it doesn't give them a lot of options what to shoot at. So I'm basically telling them, everything else will die, you shoot the big things. And I'm doing that non-verbally to communicate that with my teammate. But 3 of those stratagems are not for me. Okay? So I should at the very least be allowed to select 3 boosters that I definitely want for myself. And I know not everybody plays this way. Some people are playing selfish. But it really lets players class in without relying on their teammates to class them out of things. Because the number of times that I've dropped in with a setup like this, and I see somebody running localization confusion, I see somebody running increased reinforcement budget, and I see somebody running muscle enhancement, I get livid. If I see a squad that is running muscle enhancement, reinforcement increase, or reinforcement budget, and localization confusion, I know I have to carry. And that means I don't get to run this loadout. So please, 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 Arrowhead, let me select 3 boosters of my own and an overall booster for the team. Okay? And then divide these fairly amongst that. And then drop us a few more boosters because it's only fair that you drop us a few more boosters. Okay? It's only fair. At that point, I just get to perk a little bit. Because there's a lot of people who just don't want to run Vitality. I think they're insane. Like actually clinically insane. Easily the best one. Period. But if they don't want to run it, they don't want to run it. And I think that's fine. That's fine. Not a big deal. This should be, like, innate to the game. Why? Why am I being punished for dropping? No one does that. No military ever drops you in with half your equipment. Especially not, like, the socialist one. Right? They're like, here's all the crap. Don't fuck it up. Don't lose it. So, that's my rant on boosters and armor sets right now. And, I really, really need Arrowhead to get this message. So if you watch this, if you catch this part of the stream, or you catch this in a later video, please like, please subscribe, please share this, because I know there's a ton of people out there who agree with me. And from a game design perspective, it's more fun for the players. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here as well. Thank you for anybody who pops in and watches this later. I know nobody came in during the stream. I've been kind of peeking that number the whole time. I don't mind. I stream every day. Every single day between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. I will be here. You can set your clock to me. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, leave a like. Definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want to hear more takes about this game, you want to watch more of this gameplay, or just to come in and chat with me.